Howdy fellow Sublimation peeps. In today's video we're going to do something that that I have not covered on this channel before, but it's something I've been playing with a little bit. I have been playing with sublimation on heat transfer vinyl, specifically holographic material. And you can see how it kind of changes colors whenever you move it around. So we're going to try it. I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. We're going to do a Valentine's Day shirt for my daughter. And the color we're going to be using is Siser Holographic Mystic White. As you can see, it has a little bit of red, pinkish tint. It'll go really nicely on this particular shirt, and we're going to dye sub on it. We're going to cut it with our silhouette cutter. We're going to dye sub on it. And overall, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Alright guys, so we're going to go through how I got this idea. When I was looking on here for like cutting instructions, I saw dye sublimation instructions the other day. So of course I had to try it and see how it goes, and it does wonderful. But yeah, this is what you're going to want to use. You're going to use Siser Holographic Pearl. You can get it at Heat Transfer Warehouse. Shout out to them for being a partner of the channel for probably almost 2 years now. Fantastic company to do stuff for. But yeah, and what you want to do is you want to cut it. You want to put it down first, and then you dye sub on it. And all the instructions are right here on the website. 320 for 15 to 20. You peel it cold. You cut it in reverse, just like other HTV, and then you just dye sub on it. I do 375 for 45. But that's just me. That's just I like to make sure I get the most amount of ink out. But yeah, and you want to make sure you use holographic pearl vinyl. And what we're going to be putting on this, we're going to put this Peace Love Valentine. It's an image my daughter likes. So what I did, I'll show you exactly what I did with it. All I did was just put a border just to make sure it would look right with the on the red t-shirt. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and pull up our cut instructions for our particular material. And let's see, on the Silhouette Cameo, it's heat transfer smooth, 14 force, 8 speed, blade 3. So heat transfer smooth, blade 3, force we're going all the way up to 14. And we're going to go ahead and do it and make sure we're cutting out the outlines. And overall this should be good. And with the outlines and everything, it should be pretty easy to weed. Shouldn't be too bad at all. So we'll go ahead and get the media loaded up, and we'll go ahead and get that cut. And of course, it goes without saying, well, actually, it doesn't go without saying, because I used to get caught up on this all the time when I was doing heat transfer vinyl. Whenever you send heat transfer vinyl, you do it as mirrored. So we're going to go ahead and send that and get it cutting. Now, I know you guys don't want to spend an hour watching me cut and weed vinyl, so we'll go ahead and time-lapse this part. Alright, guys. Looks like we have it pretty much ready to press and everything. Overall, I think we're looking pretty good on it. Alright guys, now that we have that cut and everything, we're going to go ahead and print this. We're going to go ahead and just do the print page setup. We're going to go ahead and do it portrait. Now we did rotate it so we can get it on there. We did not scale it at all. Do not scale it once you get it cut. Otherwise, you're going to run into bad problems. So yeah, it looks like everything fits on there. We're going to go ahead and just double check our preferences. We're going to do make sure it's mirrored. We're going to do ICM. We're going to do Premium Presentation Matte High to get maximum ink. And we're going to go ahead and print it. Print it to our Epson Workforce 7720 printer. Overall, it should print pretty fine. We'll make sure though. Alright guys, first let's start by getting the t-shirt prepped on there. We're going to prep it for the heat transfer vinyl before we do anything. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull this off a little bit. We're just going to kind of throw it up there. Get it reasonably square. That looks pretty good. We're just going to push it off the edge. And that way we know we're pretty good to go. We'll go ahead and get that. Alright, that's right where the collar is, so. Alright, we're going to go ahead and give this a lint roll and a quick pre-press. it's been setting up for a minute, so we're definitely gonna give it a good solid lint roll. As you can see, there's a decent amount of stuff on there, so I may do it one at a time even. Because this is an older shirt that's been here for a minute. It's been in my workshop for a little bit, so. And with having golden retrievers, sometimes you get a lot of hair, because they're hairy rascals. Okay. Still love them, but they're hairy. Alright, that looks good and centered. We're going to go ahead and just kind of flatten that to the best of our ability. Butcher paper. We're going to cut us off some butcher paper. Let's see. Go ahead and get us... I'm going to make a butcher paper holder one day. It's going to happen. I may be overdoing it, because I really only need like 8.5 by 11 piece. But, you know, overkill, it happens. There's also a hair on that heat press. Okay. Go ahead and make sure we got enough pressure. Oh yeah, we definitely got enough pressure. We're going to go ahead and just give it like a 10-second pre-press. Just to get any moisture out. And also get it good and flat. I'm going to put this out of the way. As you can see, we definitely had moisture in there. But that's okay, we got it. Now, for our other thing, let's see, that's going to need to be about right there. Something like that will be gorgeous. Somewhere off in here would be just gorgeous. Okay, let's not brag our knuckles against the heat press. What is in all this paper? There we go. There was one little straggler. There we go. Alright, we're good. We can go ahead and press. Press is preheated. We're doing 320 for about 20, and we're going to cold peel. So, boom. And this is just to tack the holographic Siser in place. Again, that's a very pretty vinyl. So pretty. And it's a cold peel, so we're going to kind of cool it off for a little bit. And there we go. There we go. Now, something weird on the sublimation print. You can see that some of this got in the way. So we'll go ahead and cut our sublimation print while we're at it. We're just going to cut all that junk out. Very carefully just snip around it. And we're just going to snip and just get that out of the way. Same thing on this side. We're just going to trim it close. That way we can do it. We're going to be lining up using this candy cane thing. The candy cane straw, so we're going to carefully go around it. And also around the big straw up here. We're going to be using that to help line up stuff. So we're going to kind of cut that. And there we go. And there we go. That way it sits right on there nice and neat. That's cold peel, so we're going to let it cool down a little bit more. I'm also going to trim his bottom up a little bit better, because that's not acceptable. We want to make sure this is nice and easy to line up. There we go. And we can even go as far as to trim us a little edge so we know where it lines up. And boop. And there we go. That should be easy to line up. We'll try it. If not, we'll just we'll do a little bit better on it. All right. Let's make sure we got it good and stuck. There we go. There we go. Look at that. We're good. Alright. Now, we're going to go ahead and bump the temp up to about 380. Actually, we're going to do 375. And we are going to do 45 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and let that heat up. But overall, everything's looking good so far. We just got to make sure we get it lined up good, which sometimes can be a challenge. So we're going to take the time and actually cut this a little bit better than what I have it. We're mainly going to cut the edges. We're going to cut good here, here, down here, and down here. And once again, all we're doing is just taking it and we're cutting it good and close. Same thing down here. And this is just helping us line it up, that's all. It's all we're after in this step. Just help us line that up. That's all we're after. And you can see how much of a difference that makes. Like, look at that. Alright, we're going to do a little bit better on this edge. And this is what we got, and we're going to use a little bit of sublimation tape to get it down. And this is always the part that makes me nervous, actually, is this. Because it's so easy to mess this up. Alright, I'm pretty confident that that's okay. Perfect. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and tape that guy down right there, because I'm pretty confident in that. Let's see. On that I'm pretty confident. On up here I'm pretty confident. Like, all that looks really good. So we're going to go ahead and tape that guy down too. And there we go. I'm pretty confident in this. I think it's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. So we're going to go ahead and press it. And again, we're pressing this at 375 for about 45 seconds. It's a little bit off what the instructions are, but in my opinion, it works a little better for me. You know how sublimation is not an exact science. It's all relative to the results you get. So we're going to go ahead and do that and knock that guy out. Now we're coming up on 5 seconds left. Let's see exactly how good this thing pressed. Whew, tons of pressure. Okay. That looks really good. It looks really nice. Let's go ahead and turn our heat press off. That's the last thing I'm doing today. Our lineup wasn't perfect on the text, but overall, that's a really subtly cool job. We'll go ahead and let that cool off. Alright guys and girls, another project in the books. This one is a holographic tee. We use the holographic vinyl to print onto. And overall my daughter's going to love it. She's going to be thrilled with it. And once again, this is the Siser holographic pearl. And this particular color is the white. And it has like a pink shade, but overall it's a really nice product. Accepts dye sub ink very well, as you can see. and it's something a little different than subbing on like glitter or easy subly or something like that. Something a little more eye-catching, something a little different. But yeah, that's how you do that. And again, shout out to Heat Transfer Warehouse for hooking me up with this product and for carrying the Siser brand. Good stuff overall. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you found this video helpful, feel free to give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more Sublimation content. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.